Hi, my name is Tim. I'm Senior Application Specialist at HCRsoft. In today's webinar, we will take a deeper look at Cloud Connected, which we touched briefly 2 webinars ago. Different from our regular webinars, we have our very good friends Antti and Atte from Roima Intelligence to perform the majority of the presentation. As always, the wingman and sales manager, Mr. Francois Simon, is ready to answer your questions. Use the chat box in the GoToWebinar panel. We do have reserved time after the webinar for questions to let you follow the presentation with no distractions. We expect this webinar to take somewhere in the range of 30 minutes. The webinar is being recorded, as always, and made available online later on. Okay, Antti and Atte, take it away.
Thank you, Tim. And hi, my name is Antti Kaiser from Roima Intelligence, and I'm presenting the company called Roima Intelligence and basically the partnership we've made with HCRsoft. Roima Intelligence is a Finnish company which has been around since the 1988. And we do work mainly on the manufacturing and technology and food and beverage industries. We work inside a very broad scope of technologies, including and excluding actually, and including for the supplier network all the way to the end customers and the businesses there in between. Last year, we made it to a very prestigious list of the Red Herring listing, first in Europe and then globally also. So we made the 100 Red Herring list, which, for example, Google and Twitter made a few years back, the same list. But we do basically everything ranging from warehouse management systems to PDM and PLM systems to MES and MOM systems and ERP systems, and deliver those and our know-how to our different customers. We also work with a few partners, including Dassault Systems and Schneider Electric, inside our different business processes. We work all around the world, basically, do different projects all around the world, and our customers range from basically from toy makers to machine builders, different process industry companies who work, of course, all around the world, and actually a few of our customers send their products to space also. Just to name a few here, Vaisala is a big name globally, and then perhaps you've heard of Nested Jacobs. Probably you've heard of Exxon and Teboil, for example, are one of our bigger customers. But just to skip those through, why are we here today? We are discussing manufacturing operations and the information flow inside those processes. What the range of today's discussions are, we are starting from basically the very beginning of the product design phases, and we'll end up in the after sales and services side of the processes. And we will today focus on how to effectively support your subcontractor network, how to publish product information to them, and then discuss and go through the processes with those guys. And then I'll toss the ball to my colleague here, Atte Boka, who will discuss the details of the process.
Yes, hello. So I'm Atte Boka, also from Roima, and to give some more information on what are we solving, what are the issues that our product is concerning. It's all about the information flow from the design phase up to the subcontracting manufacturer of your products. So the basics of information flow internal in your company is that you have a designer who has an idea, and with SolidWorks and CustomTools creates the product structure, and that is already in your CustomTools database. You might have some other internal databases, ERP systems, PLM systems, that you put that data in. but that data is safely within your firewall, so it's an internal database usually, and it's not accessible easily from the outside, and as it of course should be. But this is not the problem. So the internal stuff you can, with CustomTools viewer and other means, you can access that data internally in your company. But why are we here? What are we talking about is the next thing. So what happens when you have some external subcontractors, manufacturers, or other partners that you want to share that information with? And when you have that same idea, you have that structure internally, how does the designer solve that issue? Is using different means, USB sticks, emails, maybe faxes, or other Dropbox type of things to share those files, not sharing the actual data, but just the end result of, let's say, a PDF, might be an Excel sheet that's in there, the BOM, and so on, and sharing that to the manufacturing side, the subcontractors, who will then, using those data coming from the emails, maybe even start to manufacture the products. But this is usually quite simple if you have only one designer who is on top of everything and the only one who is sending out the information. But in most cases that we've seen is that you have another designer also accessing some product structure, might have some same components or different revisions, whatever, and he will also send out the emails and push those PDFs, Excel sheets to the cloud and deliver maybe to the same subcontractors. And that is when the problem starts. So we can see already that one subcontractor is having a kind of mismatch of, from getting two sources, what's the correct information. So it might be that he has to halt the manufacturing and start to ask with an email or whatever to solve what's the correct data. Should he use the email first sent or the second email, or what's going on? And also the other two lower subcontractors that might be in the same company, they have to manufacture the same product, so they have to combine those two structures and the data they've been given throughout different channels. And that also results in a conflicting, possibly conflicting data and what should be used to manufacture, and that is probably unknown. So this is the end result of usually what will happen. And after the data flow has been going to the subcontractors, what starts now is actually that from here, from the subcontractor side, you will start to see information, let's say emails or phone calls going on to, let's say, designer 1, who will ask designer 2, and they will push out emails maybe to another guy, and that whole information flow might be confusing, as you can see from the arrows in this presentation. And this is simplified.
I'm hoping that this situation is not too familiar to everyone who's watching.
Yes. So what can we do to simplify and correct this issue? The future that we can solve is of course the internal workings of having the data is internally. That's same as always. But then when you push out the information, publish it to our cloud solution via CustomTools cloud connection, and from that cloud it notifies the subcontractors that need to be notified, that are connected to that specific point in the cloud, and they get notifications. They can log in to the cloud and download any information that they need. And it's a single source of information, so that's why you get the correct data. So there's no longer different packages from emails and all that, but every time you log in to the cloud, you get that correct package. And if there's some questions in this case, want some corrections made to a specific drawing or whatever, that can be done through the cloud interface as well. So no emails needed to send to a specific designer. You can send emails and other things into the cloud. We have feedback forms and all of that as well in there in different phases. So it's the flow of information is channeled through the cloud, and it's a single source of information.
And what you actually receive is a full audit trail, also showing you every step of the process of publishing your product information to your subcontractors, and also the discussions that have took place after that. So what you actually achieved is a really qualitative process of maintaining and supporting your subcontractor network. So next in line, we'll just quickly go through the terminology we were using just to have you on the clear side of things. So as the owner of your own piece of the cloud called Product Information Cloud, you will start to create different contractors. And these contractors are your subcontractors basically, or they could be your customers also if you're an engineer or just want to produce the data to be produced somewhere else. But basically you create so many contractors as you need to your own space in the Product Information Cloud. And you can grant visibility per contractor to those specific places inside your cloud. And this all, of course, shows up in the CustomTools bit to the SolidWorks designer, so he or she can choose the specific contractor where the data should be sent.
Yes. And what is sent is actual product structure and all the data that is needed in that structure. So no more individual drawings or documents, but this is done per structure, and that means that it will contain every information needed in that structure, and you don't have to go searching from your hard drive or publish somewhere, search for individual drawings or e-drawings or step files or whatever. You can choose everything from the CustomTools export function that we'll see shortly, and it will be automated, so it will create a fresh package each time you want to publish something, and of course up-to-date data. So the packages, they are then published, and the user control, of course we have user control, so you as the owner of the cloud, there you will have the users, and every user will belong to a certain contractor and have visibility to a contractor. So the owner of the cloud, of course, will see every contractor company, and within those contractors you can have several users. So if you have a subcontractor that has 5 different users, you can have a different users per person in that contractor. And there are different types of users, of course, but this is kept quite simple. So you have one administrator who will create those contractors and users and all that, and then you have the publisher who can publish the packages into the cloud, and then you have a viewer or downloader of information who can only download and view that information.
And then just quickly, the benefits to the owner, of course, you get a true digitalized process of maintaining and upholding your supplier network, and you will maintain a clear process inside your company and make sure automatically that you always send out the latest version of a specific product structure and data. And of course, this all happens with a click with the CustomTools Professional at your disposal, and you don't need to constantly maintain or uphold different things in the cloud once you've built the basic structure or basically built your supplier network inside your own piece of the cloud. So please, Tim, if we would hop on to the SolidWorks side.
Yeah, so you should be able to see my screen now. This is the live part of the demo where I'll take you through how it looks in SolidWorks. But we also have a slide first. Basically, you all know CustomTools, I suspect. Focus on design, automate the rest. This line is really what is driving us always, and also for this project. So, CustomTools is all about productivity, automating routines, making investment in savings, and improve the reuse of design data. Flexibility is that we adopt your ways of working, not the other way around. We can build custom tools to work for you and your needs. We extend the existing capabilities with a lot of enhanced ways of working in SolidWorks and PDM and so on. We can always start out with a small and simple profile and then grow proportionally as you discover areas where custom tools will greatly reduce non-CAD time in general. Oftentimes this is how it goes. Custom tools is driven by our users. We listen to our user base and develop the software accordingly to meet real needs. Consistency is a nice key element as well because we connect and share data to non-CAD users. By standardizing your design, properties and so on will become uniform, which will greatly improve your data quality in return. Let's go to live portion. I'm the designer at HCRsoft and I have just completed this awesome design. This I now need to send to my subcontractors. Normally you would go about that by creating PDFs and DXFs and whatnot, and then start sending out a lot of files by email and get into all kinds of crazy situations. This is the idea entirely behind Cloud Connected. I'm going to show the options first. We already touched this a few webinars ago, but in the export profile you now have the option to select between different profile types. In the good old days, and that means 2017 SP0, you will have no options here. That would always be Excel, export or some sort of script based. But now we have option to select the Cloud Connected. With Cloud Connected, the interface changed a bit. We have a connection point and login info. When logged in, we retrieve the areas we can export into from CustomTools Export. Options on how to export a structure is available as well as the conversion rules to be run during the export. That is the files that we will upload to the cloud as well. So here I'll include PDF files as well as DXF files to the export. You can also customize the properties to export and show in the cloud interface. Any property you have on the file can be used to really describe the items for the ones viewing the files. I'm going to run export on this simply for your live so you can see how it's done from within SolidWorks with very few mouse clicks. In the export I select the profile to use. Here I use the Cloud Connect I just showed in the options. When I click export, we are prompted for login and then we are presented with a list of sites we can export into. We could set rules that we always export to one or more contractors per profile and then not show this dialog at all, of course. I'll select to export this to HCR subcontractor and then press the arrow. Then the export is just taking off and will run through the documents to convert DXF files of whatever is a sheet metal part, as well as PDF files of drawings. So this is a true and live export with file conversion running. We did not cheat or anything. We open up all documents and convert them based on our settings. And then at the end we should get notification that we have created a new package in the cloud solution. And as stated, When export is involved with any operation in CustomTools, it is CustomTools Professional version you need. And that's it. We have now successfully uploaded the assembly into the workspace called ATR. So I am going to bring up the PowerPoint again to show this slide. With this, you need professional version to export structure to the cloud, run file conversion rules automatically, and adding attributes from SolidWorks files. We insert link to the converted files and you'll get email notifications. Basically, regardless if you export to Excel or the cloud, it is CustomTools Professional you need. I'll return the presentation to the cloud side, so thank you, and back to Antti and Ate.
Thank you. So what's happened here is of course that the Tim, as an engineer, has just published the structure he was showing there, and Atte here as the receiving end, the subcontractor as a manufacturer, has just received an email notification, and the notification includes a link to that bit of the cloud that Tim has already asked him to participate in. Atte will show how the cloud side works.
So I will go in and I will just log in. It remembers my credentials, so I will log in, and I have visibility in the different subcontractors as well. And this was the ATR that Tim published. As we can see, this has a marker of new. I have never seen this package before, so I can just click it and go into the package and see what the structure is. So it will contain every bit of the beautiful design. So if we want to go and see the letter C, for instance, I can see in there, and I can see, okay, it has a drawing with it, and it has the PDF and DXF of that specific. So if I click here, I can access directly that PDF file from there. So it is accessible, and I can see the structure and also download the whole package from here. So it will download everything, or I can individually, as I can access from the structure, I can see the files and access only those files that I need. And if I go into another contractor, our own Roima, we have only one package, so the visibility for the contractors connected only with this page will only see this package. So that's the simplicity of the thing. And here, of course, the manufacturing engineer here would have the possibility to comment on the different items or the different documents if necessary. And he might ask for new material or new documentation, and also receive the notification for those when the engineer has published. So just to hop back to the PowerPoint slide, what Product Information Cloud is, we are not trying to compete with Dropbox or Google Drive or anything. We are a highly focused company to manufacturing companies. So we know the processes included in those companies, and we've developed a platform for supporting and those suppliers who are working with the manufacturing companies. And what we are currently publishing is access to SolidWorks resellers through ATR Soft to the Product Information Cloud, and we are publishing the first solution, which is the manufacturing bit of the supplier network. Coming later will be a task list solution where you can basically create tasks for different subcontractors and maintain and uphold the processes included in the, for example, the manufacturing process within the cloud.
And we will also be presenting at some point a direct engineering app if you use subcontractor engineers. So how to maintain and basically uphold that project in a simplistic and a clear way. And also we will be quite soon, we'll be publishing a dashboard solution, which is basically a hub inside the cloud, which will assemble different data and information from all solutions inside the product information cloud. And of course, CustomTools will be linked to all these solutions also. But I'm looking at the clock and I see that we have some minutes left for the questions and answers bit. So please present any questions and we'll try to answer those.
We are in the life-saving business. We kill your routines before they kill you.